I'm about to show you the specific dietary protocol that can naturally sharpen your vision and protect your retinas from the rapid aging process. Most seniors accept fading eyesight as an inevitable part of getting older, unaware that their eyes are actually starving for specific nutrients that their current diet fails to provide. This uncertainty means that even if you are eating plenty of vegetables, you might be missing the biological keys required to unlock these nutrients for your eyes. I am here to correct that nutritional gap and give you a clear clinical plan to preserve your sight. I'm Dr. James Williams, and I specialize in preventative medicine for older adults. Over the years, I have worked with countless patients over 60 who were terrified of losing their driver's licenses due to macular degeneration or worsening cataracts. We found that by strategically altering their food choices to prioritize ocular nutrition, we could often stabilize their vision and significantly reduce their reliance on stronger prescription glasses. As you age, the microscopic vessels that feed your eyes become fragile, and the protective pigments in your retina naturally deplete. You might notice that you need more light to read, that driving at night feels unsafe due to glare, or that colors simply look duller than they used to. These are not just annoyances. They are early warning signs that the delicate structures of your eyes are under stress and degenerating. If your doctor has only offered you stronger lenses without discussing the fuel your eyes need to repair themselves, they have missed a critical component of your care. We need to intervene now to strengthen your vision from the inside out. Here is the first essential food change to protect your central vision. 1. Cooked spinach with olive oil. You must eat spinach that has been lightly cooked and paired with a healthy fat like olive oil, rather than eating it raw in a salad. This combination specifically targets the preservation of the macula, the part of the eye responsible for your sharp central vision. The reason this specific preparation is necessary is that the key nutrients in spinach, lutein and zeaxanthin, are fat-soluble and locked behind tough plant cell walls. If you eat raw spinach without fat, your digestive system cannot break down those walls efficiently, and these internal sunglasses pass right through you. Cooking breaks the cellular structure, and the olive oil acts as a carrier, allowing your body to absorb the nutrients and deposit them directly into the retina where they block harmful blue light. I had a patient named Alice, aged 70, who was noticing significant glare sensitivity and trouble recognizing faces across the room. Her mistake was eating large bowls of raw spinach salad with fat-free dressing every day, thinking she was doing the right thing for her health. We corrected this by having her sauté her spinach in extra virgin olive oil, and within 3 months, her macular pigment density improved, and the glare that bothered her while driving significantly decreased. Biologically, lutein and zeaxanthin accumulate in the macula at the back of the eye, creating a yellow pigment that absorbs excess light before it can damage the photoreceptor cells. Think of this pigment as a natural shield or a pair of internal sunglasses that never come off. As we age, this pigment layer thins out, leaving the retina exposed to oxidative stress and high-energy light waves. By ensuring these nutrients are bioavailable through heat and fat, you are physically thickening this shield. This is the most direct way to protect against age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is the leading cause of blindness in seniors. It is important to understand that the human body cannot manufacture these pigments on its own. You must obtain them from your diet. However, absorption is the bottleneck for seniors because stomach acid levels and digestive enzyme production decline with age. Raw vegetables are difficult for an aging gut to process fully. By cooking the spinach, you are essentially pre-digesting it, doing the hard work for your stomach so that the small intestine can easily extract the lutein. The addition of olive oil further enhances absorption by up to 400% compared to a low-fat meal. To implement this, take 2 handfuls of fresh spinach and wilt them in a pan over medium heat with a tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. You do not need to overcook it to a mush. Just heat it until it is soft and bright green. Season it with a little salt or garlic if you wish, and eat this as a side dish 3 to 4 times a week. It is a small culinary adjustment that yields a massive return for your retinal health. If you are on blood thinners like warfarin, you must keep your intake of spinach consistent day to day due to the vitamin K content, rather than eating huge amounts sporadically. This supports sharp central vision and reduces dangerous glare. 2. Orange bell peppers. You should prioritize eating orange bell peppers specifically over oranges or other citrus fruits to support your eye health. This specific vegetable is a powerhouse for preventing the clouding of the lens, known as cataracts. While oranges are famous for vitamin C, orange bell peppers contain nearly 3 times the amount of vitamin C per gram, and crucially, they contain zeaxanthin, which gives them their orange color. The lens of your eye relies heavily on vitamin C to prevent oxidation, which is the process that turns the clear proteins in your lens cloudy and yellow. By choosing peppers, you get a massive dose of this antioxidant without the high fructose sugar load found in fruit. I recall a patient named George, 68, who was very worried because his optometrist mentioned the early signs of cataracts forming in his left eye. His mistake was drinking large glasses of orange juice every morning to boost his immunity, which actually spiked his blood sugar and inflamed his blood vessels. We switched him to snacking on raw orange bell pepper slices, and at his next annual checkup, the progression of the cataract had slowed dramatically, delaying the need for surgery. The physiology here involves protecting the delicate blood vessels of the retina. High blood sugar is toxic to these tiny vessels. It weakens their walls and causes them to leak, a condition known as retinopathy. Fruit juice and sweet fruits can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose. Orange bell peppers provide the necessary antioxidants to scrub clean the free radicals in the eye, but they have a very low glycemic impact. Additionally, the specific pigment zeaxanthin found in the orange pepper is one of only 2 carotenoids that are selectively deposited in the eye lens. It acts as an antioxidant specifically where the cataract forms. It is also worth noting that the vitamin C in peppers helps regenerate other antioxidants in the body, creating a synergistic effect. In the eye, fluid turnover is slow, so maintaining high levels of antioxidants in the aqueous humor, the fluid in the front of the eye, is essential for bathing the lens in protection. Since vitamin C is water-soluble and leaves the body quickly, you need a consistent, rich source. A few slices of pepper provide a sustained release of this nutrient compared to a sugary drink that flushes through your system rapidly. To do this, simply wash an orange bell pepper, remove the seeds, and slice it into strips. You can eat them raw as a crunchy snack, dip them in hummus, or lightly roast them. However, eating them raw or very lightly cooked preserves the maximum amount of vitamin C, which can be destroyed by high heat. Aim to eat half a pepper 3 or 4 times a week to keep your levels optimal. If you have a sensitivity to nightshade vegetables that causes joint pain, you may need to peel the skin or cook them thoroughly to see if that improves tolerability. This keeps the lens of your eye clear and free from oxidative fog. 3. Fatty fish, sardines or salmon. You need to consume oily fish like wild-caught salmon or sardines at least twice a week to lubricate your eyes from the inside. This habit addresses the chronic dry eye and gritty sensation that plagues so many people over 60. The root cause is often not a lack of water, but a lack of quality oil in the tear film. Your tears are made of 3 layers: water, mucus, and oil. Without the top oil layer, the water evaporates instantly, leaving your eyes dry and irritated. The omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA, found in cold water fish are the building blocks for this oil. By eating these fish, you are providing the meibomian glands in your eyelids with the raw material they need to produce a high-quality, smooth oil that coats the eye and prevents evaporation. A patient of mine, Mary, 74, complained constantly that her eyes felt like they were full of sand, and she was using artificial teardrops every hour with no relief. Her mistake was relying on drops that only added temporary water, without addressing the quality of her tear oil. We added 2 servings of sardines to her weekly diet, and within a month, she reported that her eyes felt moist and comfortable upon waking, and she rarely reached for her drops anymore. The mechanism works because DHA is heavily concentrated in the retina and cell membranes. Beyond just the tear film, omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories. Chronic inflammation in the eyelids, blepharitis, can block the oil glands, leading to dry eye syndrome. By consuming high doses of omega-3s from fish, you reduce this inflammation, allowing the glands to open and function correctly. Furthermore, DHA is essential for the structural integrity of the photoreceptor cells in the retina. A deficiency in DHA has been linked to a higher risk of retinal damage and degeneration. It is crucial to choose the right type of fish. You want small, cold water fish because they have the highest concentration of healthy fats and the lowest risk of mercury contamination. Sardines are excellent because they eat plankton and are at the bottom of the food chain. Wild-caught salmon is superior to farmed salmon, which is often fed grains and has a less favorable fat profile. The goal is to get the natural oil, so avoid fish that is deep-fried, as the high heat and bad oils destroy the omega-3 benefits. To make this practical, keep tins of sardines in olive oil in your pantry for an easy lunch, or bake a salmon fillet for dinner. If the taste of fish is difficult for you, you can mash sardines with a little mustard and lemon juice, which masks the fishy flavor effectively. Consistency is key here. You cannot eat fish once a month and expect results. The cell membranes take weeks to turn over and incorporate the new healthy fats. Be careful with the small bones in sardines if you have difficulty swallowing, although they are soft and excellent for calcium. You can buy boneless fillets if preferred. This maintains comfortable, well-lubricated eyes and prevents irritation. 4. Whole eggs. You must eat the entire egg, specifically the yolk, rather than just the egg whites, to get the most bioavailable eye nutrients possible. The yellow yolk is the primary source of nutrition for the eye, yet many seniors discard it due to outdated fears about cholesterol. By throwing away the yolk, you are throwing away the specific antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, that are critical for preventing macular degeneration. The unique advantage of the egg yolk is that these nutrients are already packaged in a matrix of healthy fat and lecithin. This natural packaging means your body absorbs the eye-protecting pigments from eggs 3 times more effectively than from vegetable sources alone. Nature has created the perfect delivery system for your retina, and you need to utilize it. I treated a patient named Robert, 73, who was suffering from declining central vision and was terrified of bad cholesterol, so he ate only egg whites for breakfast for 20 years. His mistake was depriving his eyes of the most easily absorbable source of protection available to him. We reintroduced 3 whole eggs per week into his diet, prepared simply. His cholesterol remained stable, but his macular pigment density showed improvement, helping to stabilize his vision and prevent further loss. The physiology here is all about bioavailability, which refers to how much of a nutrient actually enters your bloodstream to be used by the body. Lutein and zeaxanthin act as natural sunblock for the macula, absorbing excess blue light and neutralizing free radicals. However, these compounds are hydrophobic. They hate water and love fat. In a supplement or a raw vegetable, they can be difficult to absorb. In an egg yolk, they are suspended in fat, making them instantly accessible to the digestive system. This means that even if you have slower digestion common in your 60s, eggs provide a guaranteed dose of protection for your retinas. Furthermore, egg yolks contain zinc, which is an essential trace mineral for eye health. Zinc helps the retina to sense light and transmits nerve impulses to the brain. A deficiency in zinc has been linked to poor night vision and cloudy cataracts. By eating the whole egg, you are getting a multivitamin specifically designed for ocular health. It supports the structural integrity of the retina while also aiding in the function of the enzymes that clean up waste products in the eye. To prepare them, the best method is soft-boiled or poached, where the white is cooked but the yolk remains runny or jammy. This gentle cooking preserves the delicate structure of the lutein, which can be damaged by the high heat of hard frying. Aim to eat 2 to 4 whole eggs per week. They are soft, easy to chew, and provide high-quality protein that seniors desperately need for muscle maintenance as well. If you have a specific genetic hyperresponder condition to dietary cholesterol, simply consult your cardiologist. But for the vast majority of seniors, the dietary cholesterol in eggs does not negatively impact blood cholesterol. This provides the most absorbable form of protection for your central vision. 5. Blueberries or bilberries. You should consume a half cup of blueberries or bilberries daily to strengthen the tiny blood vessels that feed your eyes and improve night vision. As we age, the ability of our eyes to adapt to darkness slows down significantly, making activities like night driving dangerous. This is often due to the weakening of the capillaries in the retina and a slower regeneration of visual pigments. Blueberries contain potent compounds called anthocyanins, the pigment that gives them their deep blue color, which have been clinically shown to reinforce the walls of these microvessels and improve blood flow to the back of the eye. This ensures that the retina receives a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients, which is vital for maintaining sharp vision in low-light conditions. I recall a patient named Sarah, 66, who had stopped driving after 5 p.m. because the glare from headlights was blinding, and her eyes took too long to readjust to the dark road. Her mistake was accepting this as a permanent disability of age rather than a nutritional deficit. We added a daily serving of wild blueberries to her breakfast oatmeal. After 6 weeks, she reported a noticeable difference in how quickly her eyes recovered from glare, giving her the confidence to drive to evening family events again. Biologically, anthocyanins do 2 critical things for the aging eye. First, they stimulate the production of rhodopsin, a pigment in the rod cells of the retina that is responsible for vision in low light. When you look at a bright light and then look away, rhodopsin must regenerate for you to see in the dark again. Anthocyanins speed up this regeneration process. Second, they protect the collagen structures in the eye's blood vessels. Seniors with diabetes or high blood pressure are at risk for these vessels leaking or bursting, retinopathy. The compounds in berries strengthen the vessel walls, making them more resilient to pressure and less likely to leak fluid that blurs vision. It is important to note that wild blueberries or bilberries, a European cousin, are superior to the large, cultivated blueberries you often find in the supermarket. The smaller, wilder berries have a much higher skin-to-pulp ratio, and since the anthocyanins are in the skin, they pack double the antioxidant punch. However, any dark berry is better than none. The goal is to flood the body with these specific antioxidants that have a high affinity for ocular tissue. To incorporate this, add half a cup of fresh or frozen berries to your morning routine. Frozen wild blueberries are excellent because they are picked at peak ripeness and are often cheaper than fresh. You can mix them into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Consistency is key here. The effect on night vision accumulates over weeks of regular consumption, so do not expect an overnight miracle, but rather a steady improvement in visual adaptability. If you are diabetic, berries are one of the safest fruits you can eat due to their low glycemic index, meaning they will not cause a dangerous spike in your blood sugar. This improves your ability to see clearly in low light and protects retinal blood flow. 6. Pumpkin seeds. You need to snack on a small handful of pumpkin seeds to ensure your body can actually transport vitamin A to your eyes. Many seniors eat plenty of carrots and sweet potatoes thinking they are covered for vitamin A, but they fail to realize that vitamin A cannot get to the eye without a vehicle. That vehicle is zinc. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of zinc available. Without adequate zinc, vitamin A remains trapped in your liver, unable to travel to the retina where it is needed to protect against macular degeneration and night blindness. You can eat all the carrots in the world, but without the zinc from seeds like these, your eyes will remain starving for the vitamin. I had a patient named James, 70, who was diligent about his diet but still suffered from deteriorating vision and slow immune response. His mistake was a lack of minerals. He rarely ate nuts or seeds because of dental issues. We introduced ground pumpkin seeds into his soups and salads. This simple addition corrected his subclinical zinc deficiency, and his optometrist noted that the health of his macula appeared more stable at his next checkup. The mechanism works because zinc is highly concentrated in the eye, specifically in the choroid, the vascular layer of the eye that sits just under the retina. Zinc plays a vital role in the metabolism of the retina and the production of melanin, a protective pigment that shields the eye from ultraviolet light damage. As we age, our ability to absorb zinc from food decreases, and our intake often drops as we eat less red meat. This creates a dangerous gap. Pumpkin seeds bridge this gap effectively, providing the mineral catalyst that makes all your other eye-healthy foods work. Additionally, pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium and iron, supporting overall circulation. Good circulation is critical for the eyes because the retina consumes more oxygen per gram than almost any other tissue in the body. If blood flow is sluggish or poor, the eyes are the first to suffer. The magnesium in pumpkin seeds helps relax blood vessels and improve flow, ensuring that the zinc and vitamin A actually reach the target tissue. To eat them, choose raw or lightly roasted pumpkin seeds, often sold as pepitas, the green inner kernel. You only need about 2 tablespoons a day. If you have difficulty chewing, you can buy pumpkin seed protein powder or simply grind the seeds in a coffee grinder and sprinkle the dust over your food. This makes them easier to digest and prevents them from getting stuck in your teeth or dentures. Be cautious with salted varieties if you have high blood pressure. Always look for unsalted or raw on the label to keep your sodium intake safe. This unlocks the vitamin A stored in your body and delivers it to your eyes. 7. Hydration. You must maintain a consistent level of hydration to support the vitreous humor and reduce the appearance of floaters. This final point links back to general health but is specific to the jelly inside your eye. The vitreous humor is the clear, gel-like substance that fills the space between the lens and the retina, helping the eye maintain its round shape. This substance is 98% water. As we age, the vitreous naturally begins to liquefy and shrink, which can cause it to pull away from the retina. This shrinkage creates the shadows we see as floaters and can sometimes cause flashes of light. Chronic dehydration accelerates this shrinkage, making floaters more bothersome and increasing the mechanical stress on the retina. I treated a woman named Helen, 68, who was distressed by a sudden increase in black specks floating in her vision. While some floaters are a normal part of aging, her mistake was chronic dehydration. She drank only tea and coffee. We aggressively improved her water intake, and while the floaters did not disappear completely, as they are physical changes, they became significantly less noticeable and lighter as the vitreous was better hydrated and the strain on her eyes decreased. Physiologically, the eye is a pressurized system. It relies on fluid pressure, intraocular pressure, to keep its shape and function. When you are systemically dehydrated, the body pulls water from non-essential areas to maintain blood pressure, and the eyes can suffer. A well-hydrated vitreous is clearer and less likely to collapse rapidly. While drinking water will not cure a detached vitreous, it maintains the health of the remaining gel and supports the metabolic waste removal systems of the eye, which do not have blood vessels of their own and rely on fluid exchange to stay clean. It is important to understand that the sudden appearance of many new floaters or flashes of light is a medical emergency requiring an immediate exam. However, for the stable, chronic floaters that many seniors have, hydration is the best management tool. It keeps the internal environment of the eye stable. The goal is to prevent the prune effect. Just as a grape shrivels into a prune without water, your tissues lose their structural integrity when dried out. To do this, follow the hydration protocols discussed in other videos. Sip water throughout the day. Do not wait until you are thirsty. Keep a glass of water nearby when you are doing visual tasks like reading or watching TV. The eyes work hard and require a constant fluid medium to transmit light signals to the brain. If you have kidney or heart concerns, simply follow the fluid limits set by your doctor, but ensure you are meeting them consistently rather than staying underhydrated out of fear. This preserves the shape of your eye and minimizes visual disturbances. If you know someone over 50 who could benefit from this, share this video and subscribe for more simple health tips.